Hello everyone! Kumusta? It's been a very long time that we haven't seen each other. But here I am now. A lot of reasons, personal circumstances. Maybe there will be a time that I'd be able to share that with you, but not for now. But I have a surprise and the most awaited vlog that I think most of my friends here in the UK are waiting for. And that vlog is all about mortgage! Here to share with you how we bought our very first own house here in the UK. It is a journey that I've been wanting to share with everyone because my pure intention is to let everyone know, especially my kabayans, kapwa Pinoy natin dyan, dahil we've all been thinking that, there's a lot of myths. So we're busting it all out today. We're busting it out in this vlog, and I hope you could share this with every Filipino that you know, or with everyone that you know. A lot of myths would be like, it's impossible to buy a house in the UK. It's gonna take like 30,000 or 50,000 pounds of deposit to get a house in the UK, or you need to be a resident for you to get a house in the UK. Or you need to be here for like 20 years for you to be able to get a house in the UK. Well, now let's cut that out, and let's try to unravel things and be able to gain that knowledge in buying a house. So this is not an advice, it's purely a journey, and most of the resources that I have is coming from gov.uk, from our financial advisors, and from the developers of the house. Again, this is not an advice, this is simply a peek of how we got through and managed to get our very own house here in the UK. So let's start with the circumstances. Me, I was on a maternity leave that time. During that time, I was, and I'm still am, working in the NHS, 37.5 hours full time, and been receiving maternity pay. But because I'm on maternity leave, I can't do overtimes, so there's no chance of us getting any extra for getting funds for the house. On the other hand, my husband, Vic, is working a full-time 35 hours in a private sector. They don't have any overtimes. There's no chance of getting overtimes. So realistically, we can't get an overtime and we can't get any extra funds unless we had the prince or the princess as our parents. We don't. Next step that we did was that find an essential, or why did I say essential? Find a great financial advisor, because they are utmostly essential and they will be your best friends along the way. Why did I say that? Just because during the process you will have questions and you would want to haggle things, and especially with the funds and the prices, they will be the best person to ask. They will also be the people or the person who will help you find the money and also fit into the budget according to your affordability as a couple or someone who's buying a house. The next thing that we did was, sorry, I do have some notes in here because this entire vlog regarding mortgage is kind of complex and complicated in some way, so I kept something to help me, if that's all right. So other than that, we considered a lot of things. First of that is finding a location where you would want to settle. When I first came in here, like 5 years ago, this has already been the place where I first started, and I never tried or explored other places, although I went to different places and seen how they are. I did ambition to go to other places, but I never made the move. Well, maybe because this place has just an easy ride, like 30 minutes ride going to London. That's a train ride to London. And then we have our own airport here, which is the Gatwick Airport. And it's just like 12-15 minutes away from where we live right now. The hospital is also 12-15 minutes away from where we live. There are schools basically for our son and when he grows up as well. So, and other than that, this is a countryside wherein you can enjoy both the city, which is in London, where you can travel as quickly as you can within 30 minutes, and enjoy the countryside, farming, cows, trees, things like that. And we loved it because it's family friendly. And then the area that we've checked as well is a new build, which we utmostly love. And then it's near the supermarkets where we can drive for like 5 minutes or walk for like 20 to 30 minutes. And it's just accessible. So we loved it. So when you look for your own place to have soon as well, consider the location because it's essential. As I was saying all these things, this also affects the price of where you live. Because if you're near the airport, you're near the hospital, you're near in London, you're near the commuter belt, it would be expensive, which you would expect. But if you live like in the north or in the countryside, it would be less expensive and be really affordable. But there are pros and cons. Like you think about safety as well. You think about the crime rates. You think a lot of things, you know. Also, you think about the opportunities for jobs and careers, and especially for the family as it's growing. So yeah, that's the thing covered for the location. So we found this place and we decided we really wanted to push through for this. And so we asked our financial advisor to do an affordability check for us. We gave requirements such as our payslip, our bank statements, our savings accounts, everything. They will give you a list. And you just need to make sure that you pass everything to them. And then also, what we did, we checked what the government schemes are available for us. Such would be the Help to Buy or the equity loan. Just to let you know, this, I don't know if you're aware what the Help to Buy is, but you can check it at gov.uk. That means they will lend you, let me just make sure that I'm saying the correct term because it might be taken against me. But the Help to Buy or equity loan will just only ask you for a 5% deposit, and the government will pay the 20% for your total house price, and you will then borrow the 80% from the lender, which will be the banks or the home society. So they will be the ones who will ask you for that. Mind you, this scheme will close on March 2023, so hurry up. The next government scheme that I would discuss would be the Help to Buy ISA. This would be helpful for you to use if you've managed to open it before 2019 because it's already closed since December 2019. But if you've opened it, you can continue putting your funds onto it, and they will be available for usage when you buy your very first house using the Help to Buy until 2029, or yeah, 2029. If you haven't bought and if you haven't opened a Help to Buy ISA, we have this, what we call as the lifetime ISA. These are ISAs, are savings accounts. You can check this with your banks. They will give you percentage of how much it will be. It will be best that you check it with the bank that you're going to open. Again, I'm not an advisor. It's for you to check out, but I'm just giving you hints of what are the schemes that you can make use through gov.uk. The things that I've mentioned here are all in gov.uk. And you can also check this with your financial advisor and also with the banks. So the lifetime ISA, they also got what do you call this, helps, they help with a fund, but they don't allow you to take out money from it unless you are buying your first house, or I think buying your first house or any house. Maybe it not be the first one, might be your second one. I'm not very sure with that, but just clarify it with your banks. Another exemption is if you are age 60 or over, you can take out the money, because as the name it says, it's lifetime ISA. And only if you are dying and has less than 12 months to live, so definitely can get it out, hopefully. Knock on the wood now. Yeah, and the second to the last scheme that I know is a shared ownership. So it's called this part own and part rent. This shared ownership are for those who can't afford the entire house price, but they can buy a percentage of the house, which is 25 to 75% of the house, and the other percentage wherein they couldn't afford, they will need to rent it. So they still need to pay for the developer for it. Again, you can check this with your financial advisors and with the developer. The last one is the mortgage guarantee scheme. So this mortgage guarantee scheme has just been issued, or has just been developed during the pandemic, wherein now they accept a 5% deposit, whether it's new built, or wherein maybe you're a first-time owner or a current homeowner. I am not just sure if this will just only be applicable for the new built or for old houses where you can buy. But yes, it's really fab because you can take advantage of the 5%. So for example, the house is 100,000. You can deposit as low as £5,000, and surely you can save that starting now, and make sure you give a leeway of at least £3,000 to £4,000, because you'll need to pay some legal fees, which I will explain to you later on in the vlog. Yes, so those are the government schemes that you can make use. Again, let's recap what are the government schemes which you can make use of. Firstly is the Help to Buy or equity loan, wherein the government will be able to give the 20% coverage for the entire house, and you only give 5% deposit. But then the con of it, the disadvantage with it, it's just only 5 years interest free. Then you have to pay an interest for it. It depends how much is the interest. You'll find that out more on gov.uk. Second is the Help to Buy ISA, where you can make use of it, or the Lifetime ISA, wherein you put savings on a savings account, and it depends what you're using, either the Help to Buy or the Lifetime ISA. Again, the Help to Buy ISA has already closed, and it's been closed in December 2019, unfortunately. But the if you have opened it, you can use it until 2029. So whether your funds is enough to get your own house, you can make use of the help to buy ISA, and that would still be applicable until 2029. Third is the shared ownership, which is part own, part rent. You can buy a percentage of 25 to 75% of the entire price of the house that you want. And then next is the mortgage guarantee scheme, which has just newly been opened by the government, wherein you can buy, whether you're a first-time buyer or a current homeowner, for just 5% deposit. So make use of it now, because I just want to let you know that the new mortgage applications will only be until December 2022. Yes. It depends whether the government would like to extend this, or it's really just until 2022. So yes, those are the government schemes that we've checked, and we made use one of those. Next was that after the affordability, we gave a deposit, which was the 5% deposit that we needed, and it is deductible after the completion of the entire process. And we were given a month or so. So when you get a house, you need to pay as well for a reservation fee. The reservation fee we had to give was £500. And that reservation fee as well is deductible towards the end or the completion of the process. And then we start with the processing. So the developer will give us a list of requirements that we need to complete. Basic stuff. When I say basic stuff, it would mostly be your employment. So your pay slips, like both of you who's applying. Pay slips, bank accounts, P60, what do you call this? Proof of address, where you're currently living, where you're currently renting. And then utility bills, passport, and resident cards. When I say resident cards, when you come here in the UK, even though you're just on, tier 2 and general visa, you're still a resident. So it does not need to be, again, I highlight this, you don't need to be a permanent resident in order for you to get a house here in the UK. I have just got my permanent residency this year, and prior to getting the permanent residency, we've already managed to get our house back in 2019. So yes, you can apply as long as you got funds. as long as you can afford, and as long as the affordability checks has gone through and said yes, you can definitely own a house. So once you have submitted all the documents, then you will need to find your solicitors. So your developers, I kept saying developers, I need to explain this. So developers are people who build the houses. You'll be able to find them when you go to websites and find in there who's selling the houses. It might be the developer or the owner of the house who's selling, because you might want to buy an old house or a new house, so it depends. And then once you find a solicitor, they will, ask requirements from you again, mostly same requirements. But then solicitors are actually the lawyers. So there will be a solicitor for you as a buyer, and solicitor for the developer or the previous owner who's, or for the seller who's selling the house. And they will act on your behalf to lead on and do all the legal stuff for getting your house. When I say legal stuff, they will give you paperwork which includes all the scope and limitations of where your house is located, where's your parking, where's your garage, where you're allowed to park only, where the limits are of your lot. So basically everything, all legal. Make sure that you look for solicitors that are well reviewed, because they take so much time. Honestly, so much time. But I'm quite sure because they coordinate with the seller's solicitor as well. They know when is the deadline or the due date for the completion of your house, or the completion of the process with your selected house. The financial advisor will then look for a lender for you and offer you all the possible options when getting your funds and where you will get the mortgage. So the bank will then send an offer and will lay out the interest rates and the terms and when it will start having an increased rate again. But during that time, you will have a couple of choices. Hopefully, the financial advisor will give you that to you. They will lay out that to you. And then you will just have to sign the documents once that's done, but you have to review as much as you can. You have to make sure that you've read each page carefully and meticulously, because, you know, these are serious stuff, like serious matter. And then towards the completion, they will require an updated bank statement again and a pay slip from you. I think it will be the solicitors again asking that from you. And then they will ask your deposit, which is coming from the, from the lenders, which is the bank. And then you would need to chase the developers that you've already sent the deposit and we're ready to take over the house. There you go, blah, blah, blah. You've got your own house. So days before the completion, the developer will facilitate a home tour with you, and make sure as well that you take notes during that time. I've asked my husband specifically to take a video during the time, just because during that time when we were about to, you know, turn over for the house, we were already in the Philippines. Yes, that's how complicated our situation was. Once the payment and the documents are are validated by their solicitor and your solicitor, then they will give you a call, and the developer itself, or the solicitor or / the previous owner of the house that they're selling will give you the house keys, and it's all yours. So I just want to give you a recap again of what we've just discussed with how we did it through the journey, and I hope this vlog has helped you. I have thought about this. This won't just be a one vlog. I wanted to share tips as well on another vlog, because I don't want to be dragging. So I will do a part 2 and a part 3. So the part 2 will include people. I would want to interview people who've managed to buy their very first own houses, and what were their struggles and how did they went through. Was it as tough as they thought it would be, or was it as easy as they thought it would be? And then on my the third part of this mortgage vlog would be the tips that I will teach you along the way on how we should have done, which you could, when you buy your own house, which you could make use of, because I mean, I'm here to help and I'm here to share. I should have done this and I should have known this. And these are the things that I've known after buying the house. No regrets, because we already got the house, but I hope it will help you. So let's do a recap. Gosh, flight of ideas, girl. So a recap would be: look for a property, look for the location, affordability, checking with financial advisor, your deposit, submitting documents. Submitting documents would always be necessary, like almost every time, so you need to be ready. Email to email, WhatsApp to WhatsApp, they will always be in communication with you, especially your financial advisor. Connecting with your solicitor, and then mortgage offer from the lender or the bank. Exchange of documents and requirements from you and the developer through the solicitors. Completion and giving of keys. And boom, you got the house. So, if you have any questions, I know you will have, please do give me some comments or questions down below. Anything that I could help, I would love to help you as much as I can. And again, quote unquote, and this is a what do you call this, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I am simply here to share with you the journey that we've been through. Anything that you would want to ask legally or seriously would be through the financial advisor and gov.uk, and also with the developers. But if there's anything that you would just casually want to ask me, I would be open for it. Okay, so that's absolutelystephanie.co.uk. That's the website that we have. And I always say we, yes, because I've got my husband here who helps, and my son as well. So we're a team, and please watch out for my next vlog. It will be an exciting vlog because it will be driving. And see you later.